Banshees of Inisherin.
1, 2, 3, oh!
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Mr. T's Film Preach, and if you're a film lover like I am, and you learn from films as much as I do, then you are in the right place. And if you're in the right place, click like down below and subscribe to my channel for more content. While you're down there, hit that like button and comment. What did you think of the Banshees of Inisherin? Which one of Martin McDonagh's films are your favorite? And while you're down there, click like and subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. Thank you so much. Hit that notification button down below to notify you when I release another video. Today we're talking about the 2022 Irish drama tragic comedy film, The Banshees of Inisherin. Written and directed by Martin McDonagh, done other films like Seven Psychopaths, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, and my personal favorite, In Bruges. Story set off the west coast of Ireland in 1923 during the Irish Civil War. In this small, isolated Irish island, lifelong friends, Padraic and Colm, have a falling out of some sorts, where Colm, the musician, no longer wants to be friends, abruptly severs ties with Padraic. Padraic begins to figure out why his lifelong friend has begun to choose this path.
Just tell me what I've done to you.
Well, you didn't do anything to me. I just don't like you no more.
You didn't like me yesterday.
First of all, it is a basic story that is told in a really interesting and complex way. Like most of Martin McDonagh's films, dives deep into these characters and puts them in strange situations. Oftentimes it's very comedic and funny, but while also having these dark undertones and often sad, depressing themes. This film is a little bit of a different step in a different direction for Martin McDonagh. These two characters, really complicated and complex individuals, and behind those characters of Padraic and Colm are two amazing actors in great performances, Colin Farrell and Gleeson. They are phenomenal in this movie, especially Colin Farrell, who will for sure be a Best Actor contender this year at the Oscars. This is a wonderful performance by him.
2 hours you spent talking to me about the things you found in your little donkey shite that day.
Well, it wasn't me little donkey's shite, it was me pony's shite, which shows how much you were listening.
Same with Gleeson. He had a little bit of a lesser part to play with. It was in the sense of, like, he was a lot more philosophical and existential, and he was a lot more the thinker, where Colin Farrell was definitely more of the talker. Played off each other extremely well, as they did in the film In Bruges. While I love In Bruges, and I think I do enjoy In Bruges more than this film, the performances by Colin Farrell and Gleeson are a lot more intricate, subtle, deeper, layered. There's a lot more going on with the Banshees of Inisherin. Kerry Condon, who plays the sister of Colin Farrell's character in this, Siobhan, she is awesome in this film. Hilarious, down-to-earth, intriguing, charming, wonderful, complicated, and strong. Such an interesting character in the middle of this film, of this firestorm between these two friends.
The hell's going on with you, me feckin' brother?
He's dull, Siobhan.
But he's always been done.
Keoghan, I can never say his name right, is phenomenal in this film, and he almost steals the scenes that he's in. So the performances, the 4 main leads in this film, I thought were spectacular.
Why does he not want to be friends with you no more? What is he, 12?
Martin McDonagh, obviously being the great creative writer that he is, really honed in on his style, his tone, his take. He definitely has that Irish flair, that bleakness, but also infuses it with this comedic style, life and death, and it just has a really interesting tone that I think is so fun to watch on screen, and that's why I always keep coming back for all the movies that he does. The dialogue is incredible. It is a dialogue heavy film for sure. His dialogue is so sharp and witty.
Everyone to a man knows Mozart's name.
I don't, so there goes that theory.
It has all these interesting themes about death and our time and what we do with it, and that is definitely the focus for Gleeson's character, and how Colin Farrell's character reacts to that and how that affects his life. It's definitely not plot driven, it is definitely more character driven, and it's about the journey is what really makes this film interesting and fun. The setting is stunning, set on this beautiful, stunning island. Director and photographer Ben Davis did an incredible job capturing this Irish village. It makes you want to go to Ireland. The film will for sure be nominated for best cinematography and maybe production design, the setting, the town, the bar, the lighting. It was all this natural candlelit light when they were in the bar at night, and like daylight coming in through the dark corridors. These great, beautiful filmed locations captured so well on screen. There are a couple of violent parts in this film, but not like he has in his other past films. This is definitely a more drama and tragic dark comedy. I do want to give out a warning for everyone that this won't necessarily be every person's cuppa. This isn't going to be for everyone. Anyone who's just a normal everyday moviegoer, I don't know if this is the movie for you to go and see. I could see a lot of people sitting down and by the end of this feeling empty and bleak because the film made me feel that way, and I think it does that on purpose.
Talking to me, are you?
Why aren't you talking to Padraic no more?
Martin McDonagh is really making his point and being true to his story and his Irish folklore tale that he's almost trying to tell. Very mystical in some ways, but also grounded in realism in life and death in other ways. I can see a lot of people being turned off from this film, the despair feeling that this film gives off. So if you're not a film person and just wants to have a good experience and have a good time at the theater, I don't think that this is quite the film for you. And if you do enjoy Martin McDonagh, this might be a step in a direction that you might not want him to go in. By the end, I didn't know how it was going to end, and I don't know if he necessarily did, and the film feels a little bit incomplete, a little bit unsatisfied. Still want a sense of it's a complete story, and I don't know if it actually accomplished that in the end. And that's why I don't know if I could say this is quite the masterpiece I wanted it to be. Ultimately, In Bruges is still my #1 favorite film of his. Still to this day, I think it is a masterpiece. This movie is probably the most well-made film out of all his movies. As someone who puts interesting characters on screen, I think this might be some of his best work in that sense. But is it my favorite film out of all his so far?
Nope.
I did have a good time. I love Martin McDonagh's dialogue. I think this is some of his best. I think it's some of his best filmmaking. So I'm going to go ahead and give Martin McDonagh's anticipated film, The Banshees of Inisherin, an A. What did you think of The Banshees of Inisherin? I would love to hear your thoughts and comments down below. What did you think of this film? Was this one of Martin McDonagh's best work? And while you're down there, click like and subscribe to my channel for more content. You can also hit that bell button to notify you when I've released more videos. Come back and check out some other films like Bros, The Woman King, the double feature of Smile and Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Have a great day, everyone. Stay focused, stay awesome, and as always, let's get taught.